Welcome to day 3, Mama. I'm so sorry for your loss. Let's get through this together, one day, one breath, one tear at a time. Losing a child is absolutely soul crushing. There's no getting around that. And when we're in acute grief, it is really, really tough to function. Even going to the grocery store is hard, or paying bills. I mean, heck, getting out of bed is like huge, right? It's a huge accomplishment. So wherever you are in your grief, just know that you are warmly held and loved by your community of grieving mothers, and this is an experience that really requires a lot of help from others. Please don't try to do this alone. I did for the first several months and it does not work. I got worse. In acute grief, it's really difficult because we find ourselves in crisis mode where everything is 10 million times worse. And while we're in crisis mode, the depression and the anxiety and all of the other feelings and emotions that go along with it increase. And so as they take their toll on us, we get this sort of self-identity crisis, like, who am I now without my child? Even if you have other children, it's like you feel like, what is my purpose? Why am I here? Did I fail my child? Could I have done more? And I know that this incessant questioning and feelings of guilt, they take their toll on us mentally, spiritually, physically. And grief is it's so individual. I mean, it is well documented that there is no right or wrong way to grieve. We are all in a different place in our life, in a different space in our life. And I found this incredible website, healgrief.org. And on that website, they say grief is personal and individual, and every person experiences its nuances differently. Your personality, your support system, your coping mechanisms, and many other things will determine how loss will affect you. There are no rules, no timetables, and no linear progression. And they have a quote there from the founder of healgrief.org. Her name is Fran Solomon, and she said, "For those of us who understand, no explanation is needed. For those of us who don't, no description is possible." And I find that to be so true, because people who have not lost a child don't understand. And how could they? So when I was having trouble finding words to describe what I was going through, or listening to well-meaning platitudes of, oh, he's in a better place, or time will heal, and all of those things, people mean well when they say them, but they actually hurt worse. And so it's through listening to and hanging out with other grieving moms, those who have gone before us, standing on the shoulders of giants, that has really, really helped me, as well as, of course, yoga, because yoga is a powerful tool in helping us to increase that deep internal healing and decrease depression and anxiety. And developing a daily mindfulness practice can significantly improve our ability to cope and to deal with these life challenges by calming our mind and bringing us into the current moment, and sitting right here, right now, together with another grieving mother, crying, getting our feelings out, and actually talking about it. It's so important to talk about it. And I will say, one of my favorite books in the world is Love Warrior by Glennon Doyle. And in this book, one of the most powerful sentences that Glennon wrote is, having something to say and no one to hear it is so lonely. Oh my gosh. Having something to say and no one to hear it is so lonely. And that's what I feel when even our family and our best friends, they're well meaning, but they have not been through what we have been through in losing a child. And so they can't understand. And our words just bounce off of them. And they can't really receive what we're trying to say or what we are feeling. So, yoga and community with other grieving moms is the key. It is the answer. So let's sit up nice and tall and let's do a little internal healing, one breath at a time. And again, if you feel like you just want to lie down and just listen, please feel free. Find a comfortable seat. I'm going to sit in Sukhasana, which is easy pose, just sitting with the legs crossed. Sit up tall, sort of grow through the top of your spine here, the top of your head, tall, shoulders down and back, chest is open so that we really open up our heart. So let's open our heart. We've been in protection mode, probably leaning forward and protecting our heart, but let's just be a little vulnerable here and open our hearts. Hands can rest wherever you like them, on your knees, in your lap, however you're comfortable. If you would like to, let's barely tuck the chin as you sit up tall and maybe flutter the eyes closed. And today I want us to focus on self-love. Self-love is so important as we're going through this, and it's really, really hard. I don't know about you, but I really struggle with self-love, especially now. And so when I get into my yoga practice and I come into this moment, it really does help me. So let's start breathing very slowly. Maybe flutter your eyes closed. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, and we'll just sit right here and drop into this present moment. Drop out of our head and into our hearts, where the love is abounding even in our shattered hearts. There's love. There's so much love there for our child who has gone to another place. If you believe in heaven, if you believe in universe, if you believe in whatever, just picture your child in that place waiting for you. And take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. And we'll take a couple more really deep breaths in and out at your own pace. And if you feel as though you may want to resonate with a mantra today, one that I feel is not too intrusive and possibly believable is, I desire to love myself wholly and completely. And that can feel foreign if you're not used to that, but let's just try it a few times. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. I desire to love myself wholly and completely, or some other version of that mantra that makes you feel good. Nice deep breath in and out. Let's go two more together. We're here together. Hearts are together. Deep breath in and out. And one more time. Deep breath in and out. Flutter your eyes open. Take your arms, reach up, deep breath in. Maybe look up. Exhale, arms come back down. Exhale. Try that again. Deep breath in. And exhale out. All right, let's warm up our sides. Plant that right hand, reach the left arm up. Plant your left hand, reach the right arm up. And let's just flow through this a few times, just reaching through our sides, keeping your chest open, trying not to lean forward, but actually opening up through those side muscles, through the obliques. And next time you land with your right hand over to the right side, plant that right palm, lift up that left arm, gently pushing into that palm, anchor through your left hip, and then reach over and slowly bring that reach into a deeper, deeper stretch. If you can, maybe forearm comes to the ground, elbow right below the shoulder. Open up that chest. Left arm is reaching towards that left wall. Left arm is reaching actually to the right wall, pardon me. And lift up and now plant that left hand, reach the right arm up. Right arm up over to the left side, slowly, possibly deepening that stretch if you're ready. Really open up the chest, gaze downward if that's more comfortable. And then deep breath in and roll those shoulders back. And then roll the shoulders forward. And then clasp the fingers in the front. Open up through the upper back by pressing those palms forward. Sit up tall. And now let's do a little cat-cow with the hands extended in front. We're going to actually round. And then we'll lift and expand. So we will round and contract, and we'll lift and expand. Round and contract, gather up those abdominal muscles, round that back. Lift up, tall, 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 reach, reach, reach. And one more time, round. And then reach up tall and take those hands behind the back, clasp them. Maybe put the other thumb on top, maybe that awkward side to change it up. Roll the shoulders down and back and lift, opening the chest, stretching through the shoulders. Excellent. Getting them ready for what is next. We'll transition to hands and knees. And on the hands and knees, the hands are planted right below the shoulders. Spread the fingers not quite all the way out, but get a nice base for the wrist support. Elbows have a slight bend. Pull the navel in tight. Plant the tops of the feet, navel tight, and you want your back straight. Sometimes I feel like my back is straight because I have extreme lordosis, and so I have to actually physically pull my stomach in and really make my back strong through the back. Kind of puff your upper back. And now let's try some cat-cows here. First of all, we'll do it with just our breath. Deep breath in. And exhale out. Deep breath in. Lift the chin. Drop the belly. Tailbone up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Pull that tailbone. Tuck it under. Pull the chin up into the chest. Exaggerate and puff the back up. Deep breath in. And cow. Pull the chest forward. And then exhale. And cat. And let's do two more at your own pace. Deep breath in, finding those nuances, really organically going into your best cat and cow. Last time, inhale and exhale. Okay, so let's walk the hands out a little bit, and we'll take it into our puppy pose where we keep the hips right above the knees, and then we stretch forward. And maybe you go a little deeper where you take your throat and your chest towards the ground. If not, you just rest your forehead. Whatever is comfortable for you. Really getting a nice big stretch through the upper back, the sides, the chest and the shoulders. And now let's bring those forearms down to the ground. Plant those elbows and bring your entire body down to the floor. Plant the tops of the feet, anchor your elbows, and gently pull your rib cage forward. Now bring your shoulders down and back. Lift the head, slight tuck of the chin, and then pull the back of the head behind you. Hold that nice Sphinx pose. And then let's bring the hands, make a pillow, rest your forehead on those hands. Take a nice deep breath. One deep breath here. And exhale. And excellent. Now we're going to try baby cobra today. So bring your hands, plant them to the sides of your shoulders, right below. Pull and draw back the shoulder blades. Tighten up your backside, your glutes, your hamstrings. Tighten up pubic bone down into the ground, tops of the feet into the ground, and see if you can lift with first the muscles of your back, and then bring yourself down. And then lift again, muscles of your back activated, and then use your hands if needed. Keep those forearms and upper arms close in. And one more time, deep breath in, lift up into baby cobra. Exhale down. Very nice. Okay, take those hands behind the back. Rest your forehead on the mat and lift those hands clasped behind you. Open up and release. Hands come back to the shoulders. Prepare to lift into tabletop. Here in tabletop, we're going to do a couple more cat-cows, and then we're going to rest in child's pose for a moment while we prepare for down dog today. So let's take it. Deep breath in, drop the belly, lift. See if you feel a little more flexibility through your muscles. Exhale into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. See if it feels a little more fluid. One more time now that you're warmed up a little more. And exhale under. And bring yourself back to neutral. Spread your knees wide. Bring your feet together. And let's take it into extended child's pose. A really nice, delicious stretch. Helps us to calm everything down. Make a pillow for your forehead if you like. Or keep those legs extended and rest your forehead right on the ground. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath. One more time. Deep breath in. And exhale. And bring yourself back up now to all fours. And let's stretch our wrists before we go into down facing dog and plank pose. So we'll tuck under one wrist and just let it stretch there for a moment. Don't force it, of course. Just give it a gentle backward stretch. This is really nice if you spend a lot of time on a keyboard as well. Okay, so let's tuck the toes, and we're going to plug in the shoulders, strong back. The first thing we'll do is we'll just hover with the knees off of the ground before we try a down dog. So we lift the knees, hover here, and then bring it back down. If that pressure is not too much on your shoulders and wrists, let's try to go into a down-facing dog. If it's too much pressure, just please modify. Maybe do a couple more of the hovers and strengthen through the shoulders and the wrists before you try a down dog. All right, here we go. So we're going to hover, lift the knees up, and then drop your head, top of the head towards the ground as you lift your hips up. And you can do a walking dog where you alternate heel to the ground while the other one lifts. Or you can try to bend your knees and just go back as far as you can and gently start to place the heels towards the floor. It's not about getting your heels down as much as it is about driving your chest towards your thighs. No matter how bent your knees are, chest towards the thighs. You're in an upside down V. And this inversion is so good for your brain. Stimulates the pituitary gland, the adrenals. One heel at a time if you like to alternate. As a matter of fact, let's hold the right heel down and lift up the left heel and hold that down facing dog right there. Deep breath in and out. And switch. Other side. And now let's lift up onto the balls of the feet. Gently push back one more time into those hips and see how close you can get your heels. Again, it's not about the heels touching the ground. It's more about the inversion, the strength you're building through your upper body, the shoulders and the arms supporting you. And release that into a plank pose. Set the knees and sit on your feet if you can. If it's too uncomfortable to sit on your feet, please feel free to sit any way that's comfortable for you. And then stretch on those wrists. Those inversions are really calming and help to set us back into the present moment, the focus of it. Roll those shoulders back. Let's reach up and do a little baby back arch. Maybe point the 2 fingers, folding the rest, thumbs together. Maybe a little back arch here if that feels right for you today. And release. Excellent. Okay, let's take it down now onto our backs. Lower yourself all the way down. Let's draw one knee in and then the other. And hold those knees in nice and tight. Let's place the feet next to each other. Draw the knees in and maybe lift up to meet them. And then lower down. Today, let's try a happy baby. So we'll extend the legs up a little bit. Knees are still bent. Take your feet apart a little bit, and you can grab wherever is comfortable. Maybe the ankles or the shins. If you like, maybe you can wrap around and grab the outsides of the feet, or maybe you like to grab the insides. Wherever you're comfortable. I know some people like to do peace fingers around the big toes. However it works for you, if it works for you, or maybe you just have your legs up here without the arms grabbing, or you might want to use a strap. And you'll just allow yourself to be in happy baby pose. And just relaxing, free for all organic movements. Okay, now settle back into neutral. And if you can, grab onto the outsides of your feet. Now, if that's not possible, just hang on somewhere to your legs. If you have a strap, you can place them around. And just very gently start to push your feet into your hands and gently push your tailbone down into the mat. It's just a little bit of a challenge here. And release. Draw those knees over to the right side, arms to the left, and just hold. Spinal twist. Deep breath in and out. One more time, deep breath in and exhale. On this inhale, lift the knees up and over to the other side. Arms opposite direction. And hold. And we'll take 2 more deep breaths. Relax. Feel your body. Feel your lungs moving as you breathe. Your heart beating. And bring yourself back onto your back and extend one leg out and then the other for Shavasana. Palms up if that's comfortable for you. Let's take legs wide this time, as wide as you like, and let's actually take arms wide as well. Now, if that feels vulnerable, please bring yourself back in. And right now we're going to practice Shavasana for about 30 seconds. And I know it's tough to sit still. I want you to go deep into your heart. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. I desire to love myself wholly and completely. And I will take that mantra through my day today, or to sleep with me tonight, or both. Deep breath in. We're We're going to go for 2 more really deep breaths on your own. One more. Wiggle your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Draw your feet back in towards your gluteals and drop those knees over to the side. Lift yourself up to a sitting position. Sit up as tall as you can in whatever comfortable posture feels good for you. Roll those shoulders down and back, sitting up really tall. Let's bring both hands to heart center. Lift your sternum to your thumbs. Maybe close your eyes. Maybe drop your chin just slightly. Going deep within your heart. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And flutter your eyes open. Thank you for giving me your time today and for being here with me. I know that we are going through a difficult time, and together we can get through this. Let's go through our day with self-love at the forefront of our mind. Even if it's hard to accept, let's just keep trying, keep plugging in those new affirmations to the brain, and let's heal together. Let's do this. We've got each other. I love you, Mama. Thank you. Namaste.